Stepan'S E-Moto Adventure, Chapter 1. What is an E-Moto? Welcome to Stepan'S E-Moto Adventure. Today, we are going to discover an exciting machine that combines electricity, technology, and transportation. An E-Moto is an electric motorcycle. Instead of using gasoline, it uses electricity to power an electric motor and move the wheels. The battery stores the electrical energy needed by the E-Moto. It is rechargeable, so the motorcycle can be powered again after the battery becomes low. The electric motor changes electrical energy into movement. When the motor turns, it helps the wheels turn and moves the E-Moto forward. The controller manages the electricity flowing from the battery to the motor. It helps the E-Moto respond to the rider's commands. The throttle allows the rider to control acceleration. When the rider gently twists the throttle, the motor receives power and the E-Moto begins to move. The brakes help the rider slow down and stop safely. They are an important part of controlling the E-Moto. One interesting feature of an E-Moto is its quiet operation. An electric motor does not produce the same engine noise as a traditional gasoline motorcycle. When the battery becomes low, the E-Moto can be connected to a charger. Electricity flows into the battery and prepares it for another journey. People use E-Motos for many different purposes. They can be used for commuting, deliveries, recreation, and exploring suitable roads. An E-Moto is more than just a motorcycle. Its battery, motor, controller, wheels, brakes, and other parts work together as one system. Now we understand the basic idea of an E-Moto. But where did this fascinating machine come from? In the next chapter, we will travel back in time and discover the history of the E-Moto. Stepan'S E-Moto Adventure, Chapter 2. The history of the E-Moto. The beginning, the story of the electric motorcycle began more than 100 years ago. Long before today's modern E-Motos, inventors were already experimenting with electricity as a new way to power vehicles. A new age of electricity. During the late 1800s, electricity was becoming one of the most exciting technologies in the world. Inventors were building electric machines, bicycles, tricycles, and early automobiles. Early electric two-wheelers. Some inventors began experimenting with two-wheeled electric vehicles. These early machines were very different from today's E-Motos. They were heavy, had limited power, and could travel only a short distance. The battery challenge. The biggest problem was the battery. Early batteries were large and heavy, and they could store only a limited amount of energy. This made electric motorcycles difficult to use for long journeys. Gasoline takes the lead. During the early 1900s, gasoline-powered motorcycles became more popular. They could travel farther, refueling was quick, and gasoline engines became more powerful. Electric motorcycles fade away. As gasoline motorcycles improved, electric motorcycles became less common. For many decades, gasoline-powered motorcycles dominated the market. A new interest. Many years later, people began looking for cleaner and more efficient ways to travel. Concerns about air pollution, energy use, and fossil fuels brought new attention to electric transportation. Better batteries. One of the most important changes was the development of better rechargeable batteries. New battery technologies became lighter, more powerful, and more efficient. The rise of modern E-Motos. With better batteries and improved electric motors, engineers began developing electric motorcycles that could travel farther and perform better. Modern E-Motos started attracting more attention from riders and manufacturers. Smarter technology. Computers and electronics also changed the E-Moto. Modern controllers can carefully manage electrical power, while digital displays can show information such as speed, battery level, and riding modes. E-Motos enter everyday life. Electric motorcycles are now used in many parts of the world. People use them for commuting, deliveries, recreation, and other forms of transportation. E-Motos and competition. Electric motorcycles have also entered the world of racing and performance. Engineers use racing to test new ideas and develop faster and more efficient electric technology. A global movement. Today, companies and engineers around the world continue to develop new electric motorcycles. Different designs are being created for cities, highways, adventure riding, delivery work, and recreation. More than a motorcycle, the E-Moto has become a symbol of technological change. It brings together electrical engineering, batteries, computers, mechanical design, and human control. The journey continues. The history of the E-Moto is still being written. As batteries, motors, electronics, and charging systems continue to improve, electric motorcycles may become even more capable in the years ahead. Looking back and moving forward, from the early experiments of inventors more than a century ago to today's advanced electric motorcycles, the journey has been remarkable. The E-Moto has traveled a long road from a simple idea to a modern form of transportation. Next chapter, now that we know where the E-Moto came from, it is time to take a closer look at the machine itself. In the next chapter, we will discover the important parts of an E-Moto and learn what each one does. Stepan'S E-Moto Adventure, Chapter 3, The Parts of an E-Moto. An E-Moto may look simple from the outside, but many important parts work together to make it move. Each part has a special job. Let's take a closer look. The frame is the main structure of the E-Moto. It supports the rider, wheels, battery, motor, and many other components. A strong frame helps keep the motorcycle stable and safe. The battery stores electrical energy. It is one of the most important parts of an E-Moto because it provides the energy needed to power the motor. The electric motor changes electrical energy into movement. It creates the force that helps turn the wheels and move the E-Moto forward. The controller manages the flow of electricity between the battery and the motor. It controls how much power the motor receives and helps the E-Moto respond smoothly. The throttle is the rider's acceleration control. When the rider gently twists the throttle, the controller sends power to the motor. The brakes help the rider slow down or stop. Most E-Motos use hand-operated brake levers connected to braking systems on the wheels. The wheels support the E-Moto and allow it to move along the road. They transfer the movement from the motor to the ground. The tires are the parts that touch the road. They provide grip and help the rider maintain balance and control on different surfaces. The suspension helps absorb bumps and uneven surfaces. It makes the ride more comfortable and helps keep the tires in contact with the road. The handlebar allows the rider to steer the E-Moto. It also holds important controls such as the throttle, brake levers, switches, and display. Many modern E-Motos have a digital display. It can show information such as speed, battery level, riding mode, and other useful information. The headlight helps the rider see the road in low light conditions. It also helps other road users see the E-Moto. Rear lights help other people see the E-Moto from behind. Turn indicators tell other road users when the rider plans to turn. The charging port is where the charger connects to the E-Moto. Electricity passes through the charging system and restores energy to the battery. The charger supplies electrical energy to the battery. When charging is complete, the E-Moto is ready for another journey. The seat provides a comfortable place for the rider. Its design and position can affect the rider's comfort and control. The footrests give the rider a place to position their feet while riding. They also help the rider maintain a stable riding position. Modern E-Motos may include several safety systems. Depending on the model, these can include anti-lock braking, traction control, riding modes, and other electronic features. Every part of an E-Moto has a different job, but no part works alone. The battery provides energy, the controller manages it, the motor creates movement, and the wheels carry the motorcycle forward. When we look at the complete E-Moto, we can now understand that it is much more than a motorcycle. It is a carefully designed combination of electrical, electronic, and mechanical technology. Now we know the important parts of an E-Moto. But how do all these parts work together to make the motorcycle move? In the next chapter, we will follow the journey of electricity from the battery to the wheels. Stepan'S E-Moto Adventure, Chapter 4, How an E-Moto Works. We now know the important parts of an E-Moto. But knowing the parts is only the beginning. How do they work together to make the motorcycle move? Let's follow the journey of electricity. Everything begins with the battery. Before the journey starts, the battery stores electrical energy that will be used to power the E-Moto. When the rider turns on the E-Moto, the electrical system becomes ready for operation. The display may light up and show important information such as the battery level and riding mode. When the rider gently twists the throttle, an electronic signal tells the controller that the rider wants to move. The controller receives the signal from the throttle. It then manages how much electrical power should be sent from the battery to the motor. The electrical energy travels from the battery through the electrical system to the motor. The motor receives the power needed to create movement. Inside the electric motor, electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy. The motor begins to rotate and produces the force needed to move the motorcycle. The motor's movement is transferred to the wheels. As the wheels turn against the road, the E-Moto begins to move forward. The rider controls the direction and speed using the handlebars, throttle, and brakes. These controls allow the rider to accelerate, slow down, turn, and stop. The tires connect the E-Moto to the road. Their grip helps the motorcycle move forward, turn, and stop while maintaining control. As the E-Moto travels over bumps and uneven surfaces, the suspension absorbs some of the movement. This helps provide a smoother ride and keeps the tires in contact with the road. As the E-Moto travels, the battery gradually uses its stored electrical energy. How quickly the energy is used depends on many factors, including speed, riding conditions, weight, and the type of E-Moto. Eventually, the battery will need to be recharged. The rider can connect the E-Moto to a suitable charger and restore electrical energy to the battery. The basic process is simple. The battery stores energy, the controller manages the power, the motor creates movement, and the wheels move the E-Moto. Although each component has a different job, the parts work together as one system. Electricity, electronics, mechanics, and human control all come together to create movement. In just a few moments, stored electrical energy can become movement on the road. This is one of the most fascinating things about an electric motorcycle. Now we understand how an E-Moto changes electrical energy into movement. But there is still much more to discover: different types of E-Motos, how they're used, their advantages and challenges, and what the future may bring. Our E-Moto adventure continues. In the next chapter, we will discover the different types of E-Motos and the many ways people use them around the world. Stepan'S E-Moto Adventure, Chapter 5, Types and Uses of E-Motos. E-Motos are not all the same. Just like traditional motorcycles, electric motorcycles come in different shapes, sizes, and designs. Each type is made for different riders and different purposes. Some E-Motos are designed mainly for city travel. They are practical for commuting, short trips, and moving through busy streets. Many riders use electric motorcycles to travel between home and work or school. Their electric power makes them suitable for everyday transportation. Electric motorcycles can also be used for deliveries. Businesses and delivery riders can use them to transport food, packages, and other goods around cities. Some E-Motos are designed for adventure. They may have stronger frames, special tires, longer suspension travel, and designs that allow riders to explore different types of roads and terrain. Off-road electric motorcycles are designed for riding away from normal paved roads. They can be used on dirt paths, trails, and other suitable areas. Some electric motorcycles are designed for high performance. They can have powerful motors, advanced electronics, and specialized designs for riders who enjoy speed and performance. Smaller and lighter electric motorcycles are also available. Their lighter design can make them easier to handle and practical for certain types of riding. E-Motos come in different sizes and power levels. The right choice depends on the rider, the purpose of the motorcycle, the roads where it will be used, and local regulations. Different E-Motos can also have different battery capacities. A larger battery can store more energy, although many other factors affect how far an E-Moto can travel. Modern E-Motos may include features such as different riding modes, digital displays, regenerative braking, smartphone connections, and advanced safety systems. Choosing an E-Moto is not simply about choosing the fastest or most powerful motorcycle. Riders should consider comfort, range, charging, safety, maintenance, and how the motorcycle will actually be used. Electric motorcycles produce no exhaust emissions while being ridden. However, their overall environmental impact also depends on how the electricity is produced, how the battery is made, and how the motorcycle is maintained and eventually recycled. Whatever type of E-Moto a person chooses, safe and responsible riding is important. Riders should wear appropriate protective equipment, follow traffic laws, and respect other people on the road. As technology continues to improve, we may see new designs, better batteries, faster charging, and smarter electronic systems. The future of electric motorcycles is still being developed. We have now discovered that E-Motos can serve many different purposes, from everyday transportation to adventure and performance. But every technology has advantages and challenges. In the next chapter, we will explore the benefits and limitations of E-Motos and ask an important question: what makes an E-Moto a good choice? Chapter 6: Classification of E-Motos. E-Motos come in many different shapes, sizes, and designs. Some are made for city streets. Others are built for trails, adventure, performance, or practical work. This is why we classify E-Motos into different groups. Electric scooters are designed mainly for convenient urban transportation. They are lightweight, practical, and suitable for everyday short-distance travel. Electric mopeds are also designed for everyday transportation. They are generally smaller and lighter than full-size motorcycles. Electric motorcycles are larger machines designed for road riding, commuting, touring, recreation, and performance. For riders who love the outdoors, there are electric dirt bikes. These are built for off-road trails, rough terrain, and recreational riding. Electric enduro bikes take off-road riding even further. They are designed for challenging terrain, technical trails, and demanding adventures. Some E-Motos are built mainly for performance. These bikes focus on acceleration, handling, braking, and sporty riding. Then we have electric adventure bikes. These are designed for exploration and can be used on paved roads and, depending on the model, suitable unpaved roads and trails. For longer journeys, electric touring motorcycles focus on comfort, range, and practical features for extended road travel. E-Motos can also be built for work. Utility E-Motos may be used for deliveries, transportation, farms, campuses, and other practical jobs. And finally, there are mini and youth E-Motos, which are smaller machines designed for appropriate recreational or learning environments. Safety, supervision, and protective equipment are especially important for young riders. So, which E-Moto is the best? There is no single answer. The best E-Moto depends on where you ride, what you need, and what kind of journey you want to take. From busy city streets, to mountain trails, from everyday transportation, to exciting adventures. E-Motos are becoming a diverse family of electric vehicles. And, Chapter 7, The Future of E-Moto. After traveling through the history, technology, design, and adventure of E-Moto, our journey with Stepan now brings us to one final question. What will E-Moto become in the future? The story of electric motorcycles is still being written. Every year, engineers and designers continue to develop better batteries, more efficient motors, smarter electronics, and safer riding systems. The battery is one of the most important parts of an E-Moto. Future batteries may allow riders to travel much farther, while charging times become shorter and more convenient. Imagine stopping at a charging station, enjoying a cup of coffee, and then continuing your adventure. Technology may also make E-Motos smarter. Future motorcycles could use advanced computers and sensors to help riders monitor speed, battery power, road conditions, and safety. Some E-Motos may even communicate with other vehicles and smart roads. But the future is not only about technology. It is also about our environment. Electric motorcycles produce no exhaust emissions while riding, making them an interesting part of the movement toward cleaner transportation. For young people, E-Moto can also become a wonderful way to learn about science, engineering, electricity, batteries, computers, and environmental responsibility. And for riders like Stepan, E-Moto can mean something even more personal. It can mean freedom, it can mean adventure, it can mean discovering new roads, new places, and new possibilities. From the early ideas of electric motorcycles to the advanced machines we see today, the journey has been remarkable. But perhaps the most exciting part is this. The journey is not over. The E-Moto of tomorrow may be lighter, faster, smarter, and able to travel farther than ever before. And one day, Stepan may look back at his E-Moto adventure and realize that he was not simply riding a motorcycle. He was witnessing the beginning of a new chapter in transportation. So, Stepan, keep exploring, keep learning, keep asking questions, and most importantly, keep enjoying the adventure. This has been Stepan'S E-Moto bike adventure, brought to you by BrightBridge Educare. We hope you enjoyed traveling with Stepan through the past, present, and future of E-Moto. If you enjoyed this adventure, please like this video, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to BrightBridge Educare for more exciting educational adventures. Here at BrightBridge Educare, we believe that learning can happen anywhere. In a classroom, on a road, in a laboratory, or even on an E-Moto. So keep learning, keep exploring, and keep discovering the world around you. Thank you for joining us. This adventure may be ending, but the road ahead is just beginning. See you on our next BrightBridge adventure.